Hello, welcome to Truth Be Known. I am so glad you joined us today. Today we will be talking about the end of year roundup because we discussed many things this year, and let's just review some of these things. If you need to, you can go back and listen to our podcast, and I want to tell you that this new year coming up, we're going to have some good, juicy podcast. Not juicy. We're going to have some exceptionally excellent podcasts. So I want you to get ready for this 2025. But right now, let's just talk about the end of the year of what all we've discussed. You can go back and listen to the podcast on the iPhone, but I just want to fill you in on this. Run back, refresh your memory, look at your settings, your Facebook settings, your social media settings besides Facebook, your YouTube. No matter where you go for social media, go in and look at your settings, because when they do updates, these things will automatically go to default and will set things to maybe your camera is set on or your photos are set on, which means they can go in and look at your photos. They can use your camera. They can use your location. There's lots of defaults that they can use information about you. There's also defaults about ads and things like that. You know, they'll listen to what you're saying. Hello, the microphone can be on where they can listen to what you're saying. Now, let me tell you, that's kind of odd. I have everything off. I have my microphone off on every app that I know of, but yet I can go in my text, and so I get kind of aggravated when I'm trying to text, with my fingers, and so I just start talking into the microphone. How weird that it can translate or transcribe what I have said in the text app. So, is that not weird that it can do that there? I don't think there's any option of turning that microphone off. So, yeah, that's weird. So just remember that, though. You can go in and you can check your settings, and you won't have ads that pop up that you think, what? I was just talking about that. Why in the world? Well, that's why. Is because everything is set on. They do go by what you're seeing and what you're saying, because they can hear you. Hello. It's freaky. It is. I mean, even just think about it. I'm like, I don't want people hearing what I'm doing, or it's weird. I don't understand it really. And just be cautious. I say that a lot, but be cautious. Now, one of the awesome things is we have a new president this next year, and I think he's going to help us protect us on many, many things. And if this social media thing is kind of crazy to you and you want to write a letter, you just do that, because I'm pretty sure I'll be writing a lot of letters this year about different things that we have discussed on these topics. Oh, and also I'm thinking, because we have a new president, the people on these apps that are making these apps that want your information for who knows whatever reason, they're probably going to try even harder and probably dig even deeper in the secret behind the app, where you might not even be able to change anything. And I guess that just comes with having a smartphone, because if it's so smart, it just wants to do whatever it wants to do, and you can't change it. That's just how that's going to be. But, I mean, I do believe that we can write letters, and we can let them know our opinion and get some of this stuff changed. I want you to remember also apps on your phone or apps on your computer that pops up, and it's called SHEIN. They sell clothes, and they sell shoes and all these other items, and it's not just them. There's a lot of different knockoffs of this same company that are from China, and let me refresh your memory. COVID-19, okay? China. I love China people. Let me tell you, Jesus loves you too. But let's build better in the USA. Let's build it here. We don't need to get it from China and get a bunch of diseases and different things. Let's build it here. So be cautious of what you're buying, where you're buying it from. Make sure that company is in the United States, okay? That's some big information. Plus, you don't want to buy directly from these other companies. And believe me, I have bought something and I get it in the mail and I'm like, what is this for a baby? Those China people are a little bit smaller than me. So, you just have to be cautious of where you're buying it from. Make sure it's in USA. Make sure it's a legit company. And I'm sure there's a place that you can go online and find out if it's a legitimate place. So I want to share with you some things that's been going on, because this is something that we really need to pay attention to. If you have elderly family members, please check on them and see if this has happened to them. We had someone close to us that this has happened, and what it was is they got a call and they were saying that their doctor's office has approved of a piece of medical equipment. And it's free to you, and the only thing they're going to do is just charge this item to Medicaid, Medicare, insurance, or whatever it may be. And so you get this item in the mail. They do give it to you, but this particular item was like a back brace. And I don't know why they thought they needed a back brace, because, well, anyways, so they sent this back brace, but then they charge it to these, is it insurance or Medicare or Medicaid or whatever it is. Hello? Wrong. This is fraud. So be careful and be cautious of who is calling you. If your doctor has approved of this piece of medical supply, then you say, well, I will talk to my doctor about this when I go for my visit. Don't ever say, oh, well, okay, just send that thing on. Especially if you don't need it. But, I mean, if you take 20 people that have fell for this thing, and this back brace cost $1,000, do you know how much money they're making? So be cautious. Please check on your elderly people. And elderly people, I love you, but please, just say no. We grew up with the slogan, just say no. If you don't know who these people are, just say no. If your doctor has not contacted you and saying that's your doctor, say no. And if it is, say, I'll see you in the office and we'll talk about it then. Do not say okay. So, this past year we've discussed some food ingredients, and it sounds like our new person that is going to be in charge of that, Mr. Kennedy, hallelujah, people are getting wisdom on this situation of this ingredients that are in food, and I think he's going to be changing some things. I hope that not only are the ingredients in food that is horrible, that's causing disease and different things, that they will also check out the ingredients in products, because laundry detergent, hair stuff, fingernail polish, it's in everything. It is in everything. I was discussing the other night with some ladies about perfume. They were talking about how the different perfumes that they like are changing. The smells are changing. Well, one lady said, oh, it's your nose. I mean, and I'm sure, people's body language and chemistry changes, and I understand that. But they are putting things in these perfumes. It's in everything. I'm telling you, people, it is in everything. It's in room deodorizers. Bath and Body is one of the major people that have been putting things in different bad ingredients in their stuff. You just have to be cautious and be looking on the back of that to see what's in it. Don't buy it. If there's extra stuff, you're like, what in the world is that? Look it up if you have time. I'm telling you, some of these things are not good for you. And they don't need to be like the room deodorizers in your house for your pets to smell or your kids to smell, or, you just don't need to be smelling that. I had a candle one time. I actually got it for Christmas, and I had it out, and I thought, what in the world is that smell? I mean, it smells good, but it was such a strong odor. And, to me, that's like, okay, we need to put that away. Also, we need to watch the different things. Well, actually, we just need to flood Congress with letters on all of this stuff. We don't need all of this bad ingredients in our foods and in everything that we buy. It's ridiculous. Write letters, people. Write letters. And I also want to say, people, you have got to be careful. I have noticed cancer is just crazy. It's diagnosed like all of the time. Diabetes is even diagnosed all of the time. And I want you to be careful. I have been looking at some videos, and they were talking about back in the day, cholesterol levels were different back then. You can have I think it was a level of 200, it'd be normal. Now you need to really, really be careful and go back and research this. Because you can get on YouTube and find all these videos, and you're always going to find a video that is what you want it to be. And what I mean by that is it's the one that you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to go on that diet because they're right about that diet because I like that diet. But you need to be careful and do your research. But they were talking about how, well, even with is it blood pressure? Yes. Blood pressure, how much it used to be and how much it is now. But anyways, you notice that they want to give you medication because high cholesterol can cause heart attacks and it can cause all these things to happen. So they give you medicine, Big Pharma. And that medicine causes your cholesterol to go down. And guess what? Cholesterol protects your brain. And cholesterol has many, many good things to it. And if your cholesterol is low, then guess what happens? Well, Alzheimer's, is that what it's called? Alzheimer's. All of these things can come into play because diseases happen if your body is out of balance and if you're taking medicine that's causing it to go lower than what it needs to be. There's things we just are going to have to be cautious and prayerful about the things because the medical field are making a ton of money and they are using people to make a ton of money. Now, you need to find a doctor that you can trust that's going to tell you the truth because the truth is the only way we're going to get by these days. Because this medicine thing, Big Pharma is just getting all the money from all this. So that's probably the people that are causing these companies to put all this crap in the foods. Because why? If people eat this crap, they get sick, they go to the doctor. The doctor what? Prescribes medication. You get your medication, but guess what? That has side effects. And what are the side effects? Well, the side effects are basically what you're trying to cure, but it's not curing because that's a side effect. Oh my goodness, there's so much about this. And it just really angers me because people are not getting this. They just want to do what their doctor says. They want to get on the medication because it's supposed to help them. But let me tell you, it's not helping. It's just causing Big Pharma to get even more monies and get their monies. Oh my goodness. It's about money. It's always about money. Everything is about money. But we're going to be discussing this more in 2025 about the Big Pharma and some of the things that we just have to be cautious about. But for our year in review, I am so glad you joined us, and I hope that you enjoyed Truth Be Known this year because I have enjoyed coming to you and talking to you and telling you the truth about different things. And I just pray that you have a Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year. And if you need to know the truth, well, you just come over here, because this is Truth Be Known.